11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What a fight! I think they're gonna win it.
Juan, the Hispanic causing panic, Lascano.
Hispanics are causing panic, baby. Let's do it.
What's going on, everybody? DStyleBoxing here. And you can see the title of this video. This alternative universe of Wilder winning by knockout twice. I mean, you just can't make this shit up. Like I don't even know at this point, you know, what to even say. I just don't. Right? I don't know what to say. But obviously I do because I'm here. First of all, those new to the channel, hit the like button. Subscribe, hit that bell button so you're notified every time I come on live and all that good stuff. Are you down with 8CP? You know me. Hey, you can use the emojis with the membership. I mean, I'm just saying. All right? Because 8CP is war, but check this out. Going out to Black and Brown, Serge, Frank, Bruce Goes, Stephen, all you guys, man. I'm starting to think that some of you out here are either being paid to say things you say, or you're really that delusional. That's what I'm starting to think. And I don't want to hear, oh, benefit of the doubt, and oh no, but you know, it's tough to take a loss. I don't want to hear any of that. We all have dealt with fighters that lose, and we move on, and like, this is just unbelievable. Like, I never seen this before. This is bizarre. So, round one, or the first fight. The first fight's probably the most, it was, you know, the most competitive of all the fights. But we'll go back to the final round. Fury is knocked down, right? And he literally beats the 10 count. Then he proceeds to win the remainder of that round. But yet we have to hear individuals say, no, that's a knockout loss. That one's old news. But now we'll go to the new one. Oh, and then the rematch. Oh, well, he cheated. So that one doesn't count. You will see the third fight that he cheated. I'll go on streams and people would ask me, who do you have winning? I would say Fury. Oh yeah, I want to. You better still be around after Wilder does what he does and all this other dumb shit. What are you going to say if Wilder wins? Well, I said then, I'll say the same now. I would have been fine. I would just be talking about, hey, Wilder won, good for him, full credit, right? I know what I wouldn't be doing. I wouldn't be talking about long counts and oh, he must have had something in his glove, or I think they drugged Fury, or I don't think he was the same because of COVID, or whatever it was. I wouldn't be making any excuses. I can tell you that. But now the new one is the count, right? The ref stopped the count, and he took forever and allowed Fury to recover, and then he took over the count again until Fury got back up. That is such a lazy, pathetic way to put it. I'm sorry, and there's no other way around it. And I know a lot of you out there don't want to tell your friends that. You don't want to keep it real with people, but it's not my problem. Okay? It just isn't my problem. People need to be told the truth. Remember I told you? I'm here to tell you the truth. Whether you like it or don't like it is irrelevant. Fuck your feelings. We're going to go over the truth. Now, I'll give Wilder full credit for what he accomplished in that fourth round. He hurt, knocked Fury down. Fury went down a second time, right? And he ended it was a 10-7 round, solid, right? I give him the first round. So after 4 rounds, I had him ahead. After 4 rounds, I had him ahead. Mora was counting too slow. Mora always counts that way. That's how slow he counted, okay, for Wilder when Wilder went down. Now, Wilder decided to get up at, I think it was like the count of 4 or 5, something like that. And then Mora was like 7, and then he told him, get your hands up. Well, that's Wilder's decision to get up at that point. Wilder could have gotten up till Mora said 7 or 8. He chose not to. It's whatever. That's when he decided to get up, but the speed of the count was the same. Shout out to Showbiz, the adult. He has a video up, okay, where it shows you a timer, seconds, to how he counted Wilder. The timer was at 12, 15 seconds by the time Mora was at an 8 count, right? So he counted slow for Wilder too. So what the fuck's the complaint? That's number one. Oh, no. But it's not the speed of the count. It's he hooked them up by stopping the count. I don't. Do you guys really believe Mora just stopped the count to hook up Fury? Do you really believe that? Like, just stop before I go over the rule. Like, do you really believe that? I don't believe you. I don't believe that you believe that. I just don't believe you. I don't believe that. Like, I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't believe you. You guys really believe that Mora hooked him up? Like, he stopped the count because he saw that he wasn't going to make it? Fury started to get up at the count of 5. At Mora's count, he would have been up at 8, 9 seconds. He would have gotten up on time. Put the fucking timers away. Put your fucking stupid stopwatches away. Jesus Christ. Zone 6. They're still on it. Zone 6. I'm glad Zone 6 is here because he's a witness. I was about to say, can I get a fucking witness? I was an H Money stream. I said, Fury's going to win. And the dude literally said, but what you going to do when Wilder proves you wrong and proves to you that he cheated and beats him and knocks him out in a third fight? And I said, what am I going to do? Like, I'm going to do nothing. I'm just going to watch the fight and say, what a knockout, and go to sleep. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Okay? We know it's a 10 count, not 10 seconds. Thank you. And you know what I underestimated all these years? I always felt like I'm here with hardcore boxing fans. Okay? That was always my assumption. All right. I'm here with a bunch of hardcore boxing fans. They know the rules. I don't got to go over these rules. They know that it's a 10 count, not 10 seconds. They know this. They're hardcore boxing fans. But no. You don't, like they don't know. I guess. Look at this. I'm going to read a rule to you. Okay? I'm going to read the rule for you. This is not DStyle's opinion. This is not a rule that they made after the fear during the fight. They didn't write this rule like in the middle of the fight, okay? Like Mora didn't go, hey, we need a new rule to hook Fury up. Hurry up, write this rule down, quick. Like, that's not what happened. The rules of a knockdown. Article 6. When a boxer is knocked down, the referee shall direct the opponent to move to the farthest neutral corner. If the opponent leaves the neutral corner, the referee shall interrupt the count and will not resume the count until the opponent returns to the neutral corner. That's the rule. That's the rule. Like, well, what do you want me to do? Pretend that rule doesn't exist? Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. That's what the rule is. That is what the rule is, guys. I didn't make this up. I didn't make this up. Let me read the rule again. When a boxer is knocked down, the referee shall direct the opponent to move to the farthest neutral corner of the ring. If the opponent leaves the neutral corner, the referee shall interrupt the count and will not resume the count until the opponent returns to the neutral corner. That is the rule. A lot of you guys are confusing, okay, because a lot of you were educated, okay? You were educated after the first fight because you didn't see Jack Reese. A lot of Wilder fans were saying Jack Reese didn't start the count immediately, right? So what happened was, all right, he started the count. Let me reword that. When Fury went down, or when any fighter goes down, the timekeeper outside of the ring starts the count for the referee while the referee directs the fighter to their neutral corner. That's what Jack Reese did. And then he turned around and he took up the count from the timekeeper. That's what they always do. But that's just the initial action. Once the ref is counting, it doesn't matter what the timekeeper is saying. Now the ref's count is the one that matters. If the ref says 6 and the guy leaves his neutral corner, the ref needs to stop that count. Why? Because you can't be goaltending, okay, while the ref's finishing his count. Like, he can't just let you stand next to your opponent. Look at it from the ref's perspective. They send you to the farthest corner. You are to their back. They cannot see you, right? They need to make sure that you're there. If you're counting 1, 2, 3, like, you can't just be there like ready to go. Like, all right, put your mitts up. All right, go, and then you swing. No, like, you got to be in your neutral corner. That way, it's kind of like starting the fight again. Okay, when the fighter gets knocked down. Okay, like, there's a whole history behind this. A fighter gets knocked down, he gets back up, okay? Then the ref says, okay, box. Okay, the same way he does when they break it up. The same thing they do when the bell rings and the round starts again, all right? But you can't do that. You cannot, the ref doesn't know what the other fighter's going to do, or they don't want you, like, distracting the fighters that's combobulated or something, okay? Like they need you in the farthest corner for a reason. Could you imagine Wilder just right there, and Fury gets up and then he like swings at Wilder or something because he sees him right there and it's chaotic? No, like at the end of the day, you broke the rule. Look, Jack Dempsey was hovering over freaking Willard and shit. Because back then, when he got knocked down, the ref will count, but your opponent could be right next to you if they wanted to, right? And you got back up, boom, they could start swinging you again. While Jack Dempsey got a little carried away in that fight, they came up with a neutral corner rule, right? And when he knocked down, Gene Tunney, he didn't go to his neutral corner. And the ref said, hey, you got to go to your neutral corner. That's the rule now, right? And then he finally went to the neutral corner, and then the ref started counting, right? It's actually not that bad when you go back and look at it. It's not. He should have gone to a neutral corner. Now, Jack Dempsey fans back then were crying just like the Wilder fans. Oh, it was long. He really won. Give us the win. He knocked him out. Come on. He knocked him out. Give him the win, please. I know he got up and whooped his ass, but please give him the round. Just give him the win. Crying and shit. Oh, but wait. It's all Jack Reese's fault. We counted to 10 and then he allowed the fight to continue. And it's not fair. It's not fair. I think he wasn't going to win. He knocked him out. Like, Reese could have just stopped it, and he did it. Like, well, so what if he did it? Like, stop crying. So what if Reese didn't just stop it there? Like, oh, they've done it before. Guy went down, they just stopped it. Like, well, why couldn't they do it for Wilder? Like, I mean, in hindsight, he made the right decision because he beat the count, then he whooped his ass the rest of the round. Like, what do you want? He was knocked out. Like, you guys don't even know what knocked out means. Okay? The fuck out of here, bro. I don't care if he was unconscious for 4 or 5 seconds. He beat the 10 count. And in this one, he was getting back up at the count of 5. When he said 5, he was getting back up. Rule of thumb, you start getting up by the round count of 8, you're going to make it. 9, sometimes you make it, right? But at the end of the day, he was okay. He was going to beat the count. It's not his fault Wilder wasn't in the neutral corner. It's not. It's not his fault. And I mean, all this crying, it's all Jack Reese's fault, man. None of this would have happened. He would have got his ass whooped those 2 times. If Jack Reese just did the right thing, man. He just stopped the fight. Like, goddamn, bunch of crybabies. I'm just saying. I mean, y'all wanted a trial by combat. You got it, right? That's what you wanted, right? It was a trial by combat. Now, Andre Ward saying that the count is slow, I'll be honest with you, all the counts were slow. I don't like how Mora counts at all right? But how different, like if you apply it to Fury, you got to apply it to Wilder as well. When Fury knocked his ass down, okay, both those times before the knockout, right, he got a slow count from Mora too. He just did. His count's a couple milliseconds slower. Right? Like, so if he counted faster, Wilder would have had less time to recover. Would he have gotten out of the round? You don't know, right? You could say the same thing about the times, like the first time he knocked him down in the second fight. I mean, Wilder got like 20 plus seconds after that first knockdown. All right? I'm just saying now there was a slight delay because Fury stood over him, rose his hands like this, and he wanted to get him to the corner, right? And then he did the count, and he took a while to check if Wilder was okay. That was 20 plus seconds, but hey, against Fury we use a timer. Against Wilder, well, we're not gonna. I mean, where is this shit? I'm just saying, okay. Oh, you're acting like you never seen a knockdown before. Look, this is crazy. Now, I still stand firm. This is my opinion that when there is a knockdown in boxing, they should stop the fight clock. I've always felt this way. I think they should implement it, right? Especially now that they check that the fighter's okay, put your hands up, all that, right? So if a fighter gets knocked down with 30 seconds to go, boom, the fight clock stops. The referee does his count, 1, 2, whatever it is, right? And then he checks he's okay, all right, cool. All right, and when the referee says box, then the fight clock starts again. Then it goes 29, 28, right? That's what they should do. That's my opinion, right? But, you know. A92, cool. Believe what you want to believe in, brother. I love the fight. I'm going to be honest with you. I love the fight. But, you know, some people just weren't impressed with it. It is what it is. I can't convince people. You know what I mean? So, once again, they want to start this count thing. You should check the rules before you say anything. The rule is very clear. You leave your neutral corner, we stop the count. That's what the rule is. Okay? That's what the rule is. It's like if you're playing basketball and a guy's going to get free throw or some shit, and then you try to block the free throw and then complain at the end that you blocked the free throw. Like, what the fuck's going on over here? Rules are rules, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Rules are rules. It's just the way it is. Plus, if your fighter is better and superior, he shouldn't have to depend on some lucky chance that the other guy gets knocked out. Right? I mean, just think about what you're like grasping for. Like they should have given it to him those 2 times. Like, no, because that's because he beat the 10 count. Your opinion is irrelevant. All right? Totally. Now, for those that were saying that they should have stopped it when he knocked him down because for the safety of Fury, right? Well, are you going to keep the same energy for the beatdown that Wilder was taking, and should they have stopped the fight because of the beatdown of Wilder? Wilder's beat because he was beat down. He was landing the right hands, and of course I was in the edge of my seat because at any moment he could have turned the fight around, right? And I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people are pretending out there that he didn't. Like, he caught Fury with a really good one late in the 10th. Really good shot, okay? And he landed a couple after that. Those are really good, solid shots, all right? Fury took him better because at that point Wilder didn't have much left, but he did catch him with some good ones there. But at the end of the day, it was over in the next round. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury annihilated Deontay Wilder. That's what he did. Like, once the feeling of he still has a puncher's chance, once that went away, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? He got beat down. This case is closed, ladies and gentlemen. This case is closed. Now, as far as the evidence that we were told was going to come out after the fight, the insinuations that, the big stuff's coming after the fight, let's see it. I want to see it. I insist. I want to see the real evidence. I guess the real evidence was not out there, right? Now, just think about this. The real evidence, the evidence that proves it, is going to come out after the fight. Well, what's all the evidence I'm seeing with red circles and shit in other videos? Well, what is that all about? What is that all about? Come on. Come on. Right? Deontay Wilder, right? Took a beating. And I still stand by this. That's what they wanted. He insisted. Okay, let him get knocked out. I would have still counted. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, come on, I would have still counted. Oh, he went down 1, 2, and he wanted to get back up and continue the beating. Okay. You know why? Because we still have dudes now saying that he could have got. He was, when he knocked out, he was moving right away, right? So now, if you fall down like that and you're out, it doesn't even matter now. Now it is about beating the 10 count, right? Unbelievable. And if you don't believe me, watch 99% of knockdowns. Right? There's going to be some off chance that the referee doesn't quite notice that the fighter, because there's human error, right? Like they don't notice that the fighter's not in the farthest neutral corner, right? But in most cases, they're directed to the far neutral corner. In most cases, they will jog immediately so the count could continue, so there's no interruption to the count. Okay? Just look at it. Why do you think fighters move immediately to the neutral corner? Ask yourself that question. Why do they do that? Because if they don't move immediately to the neutral corner, even if the timekeeper started the count, they will stop the count, okay? And they will direct the fighter to the neutral corner. That is the rule, okay? I am just saying. I do agree, Jan, that should have been a 10-8 round. Because, yes, Wilder lands some good shots late, but that's not going to undo the knockdown. It's not going to undo the beatdown and everything Fury did, right? So that's that. That was a beatdown. Now, I'll tell you what I believe the separation, why some people are calling it a great fight. I think most people are talking, myself included, about the emotion you felt during the fight. The oh shit moments, right? Look, it's not about how it looked throughout the entire fight to me all the time. Those first 4 rounds alone, in my opinion, are worth the admission, including the 11th. Everything else that happened between that doesn't really matter, but Hearns Hagler is one of the greatest fights of all time. It only went 3 rounds, right? And Hearns hurt Hagler, and then they came back, and then that's what made it great to me. The fact that Wilder got knocked down, he came back and knocked Fury down twice. That is an adrenaline rush that I haven't felt in a long time. It's got to be. I just have to keep it real, right? And I was at the edge of my seat while I watched the fight, like throughout. Yeah, the edge of my seat feeling went away, like late in the 7th or so, and all that. But it doesn't take away what we saw in the first 4 rounds. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. So I put it up there, and you have to ask yourself, why did so many people put it up there? Why was it trending the way it was? Why were a lot of people that aren't even big boxing fans tweeting about it, talking about how great it was, right? Well, why did The Rock tweet out about it, saying, "Man, that was one of the best fights I have seen in a long time," and all that. Look, we need to understand that a lot of these people didn't watch Cepeda Baranchik or something like that, right? So they have a limited amount of fights they've seen, but George Foreman tweeted out that was an amazing fight. Mike Tyson, same thing. So but it doesn't mean I don't understand where some people are coming from. To some people, like there was Mancini came out and said, "Well, I didn't see enough skill," and it was an exciting fight, but it wasn't a great fight, right? I think at that point you're playing semantics, right? In my opinion, right? I think this is semantics that you're playing there, So me personally, especially for heavyweights, it's the best fight I've seen since Vitaly Lewis, and I think it was better than that fight, to be honest with you. You would have to go all the way back to the Bo Holyfield fights, in my opinion, to give me a better fight than that. So great stuff from the big guys, you know what I mean? So and it was a feeling that I don't get in the lower weight classes that much, But was it the most skillful fight of all time? No. Right? Was it the most two-sided fight of all time? No, right? But it was, there was an adrenaline rush that we got in the fight that I personally felt, and I think it's gonna go away for a lot of people as the weeks go on and they go back and watch it and all that. But I'll never forget what I felt that night, So that I will say, like I was, And you can go watch people's reactions. They're on YouTube. People were going crazy, man, for those 2 rounds. And they were going crazy throughout the fight as they're doing. Like there's a lot of people out there that did live streams, and that's not, sometimes we have to like think about that, right? So it's what it is. I took cool. I didn't say that. I didn't say anyone's calling it the most skillful. I'm saying there's people saying it was not the most skillful. Right? And I gave you an example. Mancini said that. Ay, ay, ay. He always has to be the contrarian. But anyway. So, look, I mean, it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. In hindsight, of course, he wasn't going to knock out Fury, but especially after like the 7th round, but that feeling was still there, because you know what it was? I thought it was over in the 3rd. And I said, this guy's done. And then he hit Fury, knocked him down twice. My whole perception and feeling changed immediately. Man, you're right, Guido. What's up to Guido? These styles can't wait for Canelo Alvarez to beat Plant. Man, gonna beat him down. ATP is war, ladies and gentlemen. ATP is war. But it is what it is. Somebody needs to tell these guys to, in a way, moving on. You know what I mean? Just saying. Winter is coming, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Winter is coming. And I mean, man, well, what a crazy time, and what a relief, by the way, that this fight's over, by the way. Not all of them, but I've seen some guys kind of lighten their stance on Glovegate now, and that's good to see. You know what I mean? Got to take ownership, got to take responsibility for the things you said, and you know what I mean? And then we can move forward. Just that's all I'm saying. But I'm hearing narratives out here. Oh, the people are trying to take away Wilder's legacy. And look, your legacy includes your wins and your losses, right? Like Canelo lost to Floyd like fucking 8-9 years ago, and I still need to hear about it. Like, oh, but he lost to Floyd though, right? It's never going to go away. While the beatdown that Fury gave Wilder is never going to go away. He'll always be second place to Fury, at best. Just saying. So that is that. Hey guys, tomorrow we have the round table. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're square. And that's that. And Wilder fans, remember, you can't get mad at the memes. You're the ones that say you wanted him to go out on a shield and all that. Well, okay. Well, he went out on a shield. That's what he wanted, right? And I saw plenty of memes. Like, bro, I see memes of Fury on the ground with Wilder standing over him, even though Fury got back up and beat the shit out of him, right? I'm seeing those memes, and ain't nobody crying about those, right? You can't cry about the ones that Wilder laid out, because at the end of the day, he didn't get his revenge in blood. Nothing will ever change that. Nothing change that Fury beat his ass not once but twice, and in my opinion, 1-3 times. Okay, nothing will ever change that. That's the reality. That's the reality that's going to be written on history books. That's the reality that they're going to live with. Okay, that's the reality of it all. Just saying. Now, as far as the legacy and all that, look, man, I think that's all perspective. You know what I mean? It's all perspective. So I don't know. I don't know what the future of Wilder. I don't know. You know what I mean? We have to wait a couple months, years to see where the trilogy stands, right? It's not. I'm gonna tell you, it's not Ali Frazier. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, it's not Ali versus Frazier, right? So now it doesn't have to be. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it has to be Ali Frazier, right? But it's where does it stand? I don't know, man. Like I enjoy. Like I was for the third fight. I enjoyed the fight, right? I could only speak for myself, not for anybody else. You know what I mean? I felt that Wilder gave a good account of himself. It should have been stopped earlier, but if they would have stopped it earlier, then maybe people would have a different feeling. Like, just think about it. Like if the fight would have been stopped earlier, maybe people would have a different feeling about it, because maybe the beatdown for more rounds just kind of make the fight feel less prestigious to them or something, right? It's just the way it is. Like if Hagler Hearns' first 3 rounds were exactly the same, but Hearns got back up instead of getting knocked out, and then Hagler just beat his ass from rounds 4 to 11, like one-sided beatdown, maybe people don't see the fight the same, right? Maybe it's like, I don't know, it was a pretty one-sided fight, but I put rounds 3 and 4 up there with Hearns Hagler. I put it up there, not skill-wise, but just emotion and excitement-wise. It does it for me. And if you look at a lot of fights of the year, there's a lot of off rounds and stuff like that. But I think it's how one-sided it later became that is making people say, I don't think it was a great fight. I think that's what it is, right? So maybe they would have stopped it earlier. It wouldn't have that negative effect that much, Just saying. So there were great knockdowns. Hey, what can I say? Come on, man. A lot of you got to stop capping, by the way. You were nervous. You were like, oh, fuck, when he went down in the 4th round. You were. Okay? You said, oh, shit. You knew there was a feeling this might be over. Okay? Even if you felt confident, there's still that feeling of, I don't know, right? And if you didn't feel that way, then it is what it is. I can't tell you how to feel or all that. You know what I mean? The Dawn in the building. Hey, I gotta make they got him emoji for the Dawn. All right, that's what I gotta do. Make sure you guys use your emojis, by the way. You know what I mean? You got emojis you can use for all the members. The Dawn with that super chat. $9.99. Yeah, that's like that's like 3 tall boys of Dos Equis or something. You know what I mean? How many times has Wilder broken his hand now? Will his hand ever be the same again? People are assuming next time he fights, everything's going to be okay, like nothing happened. Look, I don't like to be the type to say I told you so. And it's not just me, by the way. The HCP family does not like to say, I told you so. Right? We don't like to do that. We don't. And if you're down with HCP, you're part of the HCP family. Okay? And we told you. Like I don't know how else to put it. When the delusional fan base was acting like, oh man, he's gonna kill him now. He's gonna kill. Like it's an even playing field. Like oh my God. Because of what we knew, okay? Because of what we knew about gloves in general, because we had experts come on and talk to us about the gloves and how the gloves work, because we knew the history, because a lot of you dudes, man, are till this day Wilder fans. You became Wilder fans after the 2 Days Day thing. You know what I mean? I've been watching Wilder since his Olympic run in 2008. Okay? But when he made his professional debut, when he was getting promoted by Golden Boy, I predicted him to beat Stavern way back when, and I felt great. I was like, yeah, you got it right? I watched his run. And I knew he used to wear Everlast MX gloves. I knew he wore Rival for a little bit when it worked with Russ Samner, another glove expert, by the way. We already knew about his past, about how he hurt his hand several times. We already knew this, and we tried to tell you. We tried to tell you he's already worn those type of gloves. Nah, those gloves are illegal. Like what the fuck? Says who? They're illegal. Like, they're not illegal. No, they're illegal. Like, no, they're not. I'm going to time you out. Like, well, you think because I said it was illegal and you time me out that somehow it makes it untrue now? That's the problem. You're too busy timing people out and not listening to people. I'm telling you, Deontay Wilder has already used MX gloves, and he said it himself. We said he's likely to hurt his hand in this fight. That's what we said. See, he will hurt his hand. He did. He was better off with the power lock gloves. He was better off. He just was. You know what else power lock gloves do? When you have your hands up, they block better. They're better for blocking. So when he shoots shots at your temple, you can block it. Fury likes those gloves because he's got big fucking hands and he likes them flexible because of it. And he doesn't have fragile hands that break. Wilder's a thin-boned guy. Fury's a thick-boned dude. There's I don't know what people don't understand. It's somebody like his hand has never, to answer your question, Adon, his hand has never been the same. That's why he stopped wearing those gloves. He stopped wearing the gloves because his hands were not the same anymore. He tried to say, oh, it's because of the wrapping. But use your common sense. If it was the way they were wrapping the hand, they wouldn't have changed gloves. They would have just changed the way that you wrap the hands. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I mean, man. Come on, guys. Like I just don't understand what people didn't understand. They got him. They got him. I mean, I don't even know. Like, Fury is so good at mind games that he made Wilder voluntarily wear the same gloves that he wears. The same type. Who does that? You don't wear the type of gloves your opponent likes to wear. You wear the types of gloves you like to wear. What's going on over here? Like I don't get it. Look, I don't know if he's still on here. Like, Black and Brown plays softball, okay? For those of you that ever played, I played, when I was a kid, I played baseball a lot, right? That's like saying, man, that guy keeps hitting home runs. I like heavier bats, but I'm gonna start using that lighter bat. No, you use a type of bat that you like to use. You don't start to use a type of bat the other another player, another team is using. If you play basketball, you wear the type of shoes you like to wear. You don't say, man, he's dunking on me a lot. I gotta wear his shoes. Especially if you used those shoes before and they just gave you blisters. You wouldn't wear them again. I'm surprised they did 600,000 because the second fight was one-sided. I'm surprised. It was a one-sided fight. It's hard to sell a fight when after it's so one-sided, bro. Like, I'm just telling you guys. Do any of you remember the Roy Jones Tarver third fight? Nobody ever talks about that fight. Because he knocked him the fuck out in the second fight. And he'd been knocked out by Glenn Johnson. People knew Roy Jones was done. But it might go up, though. And then, of course, that's not including UK pay-per-view. I'm surprised it did. And I actually said around 600,000, by the way. You know what I mean? That's $80 a pop. That's not bad. I think you guys got to remember, okay? Roy Jones, John Ruiz did like 500,000. A lot of big fights that you remember did around this ballpark, okay? We got spoiled with Manny Pacquiao. By the way, Manny Pacquiao only did like 250, okay? But when he was in his prime and Mayweather, we were spoiled, okay? We got spoiled with the 1.2s, 1.3 millions, and that was not like common like that, okay? The first ever over $1 million buy fight for any fight under a heavyweight was De La Hoya, Trinidad, right? De La Hoya hit $1 million again with Hopkins, and then again with Mayweather, then Pacquiao, and that was it. Okay, he did 900,000 with Mayorga. He did like in the 800 mark with Mosley. So it's a misnomer when people say like, "Oh, millions." Y'all like got spoiled all these years. Okay, these are good numbers. You know how much you think Klitschko Hay would have done on pay-per-view? Probably like 100,000 if we're lucky. We haven't had any fight on any heavyweights that could sell over 200,000 in over 2 decades. Okay, let's stop acting like it's this normal thing we've been seeing from heavyweights or some shit or boxing in general. Remove Mayweather, remove Pacquiao, right? When the fuck do you guys say, like, I don't get where you guys get this from, right? Barrow Mayweather did like 400,000, okay? Off the top of my head. So I don't know what you guys want. Plus today, 250, your star, right? So what are you gonna do? Shout out to the Don. Yeah, Sonteo. I mean, Ali is just he's emotionally attached. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't knock the dude's hustle. He's hustling, but what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? What are we gonna do? Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys. I don't know if let people know if you're gonna go live tonight, or if you might go live tonight. Just let us know. Before we proceed, let us know. Do 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 do. Anyway, well, wait for that. I just want to show you guys when Wilder was locked in and ready because he was going to destroy Fury. He was just locked in.
3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. 3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry.
Oh man, let's do that one more time.
3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry.
Those three little birds lied to you. Okay? All those people in your ear, oh, don't worry, champ. He cheated the last time. He used an egg way. That's the only reason he hurt you. I mean, he's a feather duster. He can't hurt you. You know what I mean? Just don't worry about it. You're going to knock his ass out. You know what I mean? It's going to be easy. And then they're all going to be shocked afterwards. You know, and they're not going to know what the fuck happened. You know, they're going to be like, what the hell? And then that's when we're going to get back to them. You're going to get your revenge and blood. So three little birds were telling.
Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry.
And by the way, remember when everybody said he was very rude to Christina? And then like the Wilder fans came out and said, no, he wasn't! He has no issues with her. And then he totally makes him look stupid when he did the whole like, oh, he wanted Christina because she, you know, and all that other dumb shit. And he got that shit down too, by the way, the way he did it, right? You know, like that was rude as fuck, by the way. So look, I came out and said Bob Arum should apologize for what he said to Kate. Same energy. This motherfucker needs to apologize to Christina. Okay? Simple as that. Okay? Silence is golden, ladies and gentlemen.
Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry.
I mean, silence is gold. No, silence is just silence. That's all silence is. That's all it is, really. You know? Three little birds. Three little birdies told me everything's going to be okay. So they told me. Right? Nope. Man, big round table tomorrow, guys. Big round table show tomorrow. I cannot wait. And that's that. What's going on, Rump PMC? Well, I see several members, by the way. I want to thank you guys. Chief Monkey, Sonteo, Rump PMC, whoever else I missed, right? That's a member on here. Andre Rodriguez. Okay. Also a member. Like who? I know I'm missing somebody. Well, whoever. If I'm missing you, not missing you, right? I definitely appreciate you. Join the membership for as low as 99 cents a month. Okay. And that's that. You know what I mean? Like right there, you know, Run PMC showing the emojis. There you go. HCP, you know me. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody that tuned in, guys. And Chief Funky may be on tonight, may not be on tonight. I don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. You know what I mean? Like, weigh in your option, ladies and gentlemen, but just be on the edge of your seats and wait and see. Hey, JC, what's the rumor, brother? Are you talking about the lawsuit? Is that what we're talking about? Is it the lawsuit? Let me know. Dime el rumor. While JC types down what the rumor is, let's listen to what the three little birds have to say.
Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry.
Man, let's see what JC said. By the way, gross for this fight, if the numbers are true, it did 48 million on pay-per-view. That's not including the gate or any UK or worldwide numbers, right? For a world championship fight, a lot of countries pay for the rights, and those numbers add up. You know, one country station may pay 100,000 for the right, another one, and we're talking about hundreds of countries, right? So put it out there. So que se rumor, okay? What's JC was talking about rumores like a corrido or some shit. You know what I mean? Dista yo tengo un rumor. Like, okay, what about it? Is that what you made me wait for, JC? That's what you made me wait for? You know, it's not every day you get trolled by one of your own subscribers, but I guess it happens once in a while. Well, that's a successful troll. Okay, that's good troll job. You got me. People could look at me, they could be like, "Oh, look at DStyle. They got him." Like, you know what I mean? But there you go. But anyway, I don't know if you guys have heard. Word is that Wilder's going to sue Tyson Fury. We'll talk about it tomorrow on the roundtable. He's going to sue him for the beatdown he gave him in the second fight, right? Now, that's not the way they're going to word it. They're going to say he's going to sue him because he cheated in the second fight. I cannot give out any names. I will send some pictures and some evidence. I really hope that's not what the evidence is. I don't even know how you sue Fury. I don't know. I guess they're going to say he did some manipulation with a glove, horsehair, right? I guess that's what they're going to say. I mean, okay. I mean, look, if the real evidence has not been released, okay, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Because nothing I've seen looks like evidence to me. Nothing. But I'm also being told, no, the real evidence, the one that proves it, is going to come out after the fight. Okay, so now it's after the fight. Okay, take him to court. That's what I've been saying, right? But also, let me see the real evidence. If I look at it and I see, okay, all right, there's something here, then I'll say. But yeah, you're going to sue him. I just want you guys to think about that. He's going to sue him because of the second fight. Look, if you have the smoking gun, please release it. Can I see it? I've been insisting. I want to look at it. Press 1 in the chat if you want to see the proof, right? If you want to see the proof that has not been released, apparently, because they won't show it to us. If you want to see it, press 1 in the chat. And give me a HCP is war if you're a member. You know what I mean? It's in your emojis. Do you want to look at it? I want to see the proof. I want to see it. We all want to see it. We're insisting. I'm not just going to move on and pretend you didn't guarantee you would release this. I want to look at it. Because if it's true, then, hey, I want to know the truth. Because apparently it hasn't been released, right? I guess all those red circles didn't mean anything. Look, Glovegate conspiracy theorists are right now, they're in the Guinness Book of World Records for most red circles ever drawn. Right? I guess all those red circles didn't mean anything. Try to picture them in court. Right? Try to picture these dudes in court showing a picture of the glove with a red circle on it. Like, thinking they got it. What does that picture mean? Look at it. We drew a red circle. Believe your lying eyes. I'm going to tell you right now what's going to happen. If it goes to court, we will see. Okay? If there is real evidence that we haven't seen, I want to see it because I'll be the first one to say, oh, yo, that does look, whatever it is. I don't know. I can't speculate. Just show it to me. I am insisting. I'm still waiting for the proof that Brilliant drugged them. I'm looking. I was told after the fight they would show it. So I'm insisting. You let them know, and please, everyone, insist. I'm insisting. I'm just going to let you quietly kind of sneak out and like you never said this. I want to make sure you come out and you say it. Shout out to St. Cruisin'. Shout out to you, brother. I respect St. Cruisin'. He tells you how he feels and he keeps it real from his perspective. That's all I could ask for. I don't need everybody to agree with me. All right? With that said, I know I said that like 4 or 5 times already, but with that said, we'll talk about it tomorrow on the roundtable. If G-Funky, keep an eye on G-Funky, you know what I mean? In fact, if you're not already, go to his channel, subscribe, hit that bell button, and then like YouTube will notify you that he's going to go on live. You know what I mean? And if you're on right now, right, take this moment right now to subscribe if you're not already, to like the video, and take this moment to hit that bell button, and then make sure you hit the all. That way you're notified when I come on live. You know what I mean? Long live boxing. I appreciate, brother. He says, respect these style. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the lawyer that takes that case. Like, I'm sure that show is going to be all over True TV. I hope they do like we're going to see sketches in the court of it. And just imagine like the sketch with like the circle and shit. You know what I mean? That's just going to be epic. You know what I mean? Let me know if you hit the bell button. Let me know in the chat, yo, DStyle, I got you. Like, let me know you got, you know what I mean? If you weren't already, let me know, you know what I mean? Hashtag HCP. When you share our content, hashtag HCP at DStyleBoxing at GFunky84. And we could retweet your tweet. You know what I mean? That could help you get more followers and stuff like that. You know, we're all here to help each other out. Okay? So, you know, who's down with HCP? Yeah, you know me. HCP, everybody. All right. And oh, by the way, shout out to Long Live Boxing. We featured it yesterday as a featured channel of the week. Go to their channel, subscribe to their channel, go to longliveboxing.com, check out their content. I'm out. Peace out, everybody.
Hispanics are causing panic, baby. Let's do it.